All right. So for my series on TNG season two, and ideas about how you would possibly use it as part of tabletop RPG. Second episode, I'm actually going to skip to the episode 10, the Dauphin. Why? Because I'm doing ones that have weird, spooky, or Halloween appropriate things, and one of the things about this one that's particularly interesting is that the core focus of this is all about a non-humanoid race. Because the basic gist of the plot is like the crew picks up a pair of foreign dignitaries, transports foreign dignitaries, hijinks ensue, and Wesley Crusher gets touched way too much. Ew, gross. And yeah, this is what the alien of the week really looks like. A glowing shape. The funny thing with this is that despite despite the whole like glowing shape non-humanoid race thing, they are actually biological life forms, which is the interesting twist for this particular race is that it's not like the founders where they're just pretending to be whatever. It's more like the Vendorians in that they actually do have genuine biological makeup of their own. It's just that they change into other things. And the twist with this one is that, especially demonstrated in the case of Anya, is that Anya, when she turns into this giant monster, actually does have the strength of the giant monster. Now, one of the things that's interesting here is that both of them had more than one person acting the role. Not officially credited, but this might actually be the same stunt actor as the giant monster that Anya turned into because um, we don't actually see them in the same scene, so it might be the same guy. Anyway, though, trying to understand how this particular race thinks is actually one of the key aspects of this because all of the conflict in this episode is fully internal. It's Wesley Crusher causing problems, or Anya being an overprotective caretaker because, well, Salia's parents are dead, and Anya is the person who's been raising her for the last, I think they said 16 years. So, yeah. Also, another interesting point. Anya doesn't actually come from the race's homeworld. In fact, Anya doesn't go to the homeworld with Salia. That's one of the twists in this episode that really kind of a rug pull is that Salia goes to her homeworld, the same place that her parents were killed, to take over some sort of duties as ostensibly the planet's leader, and is she's hoping to guide her people into a role where they would one day be able to join the Federation or something. Um, and Anya's not actually going to help her with that. That was a strange plot twist. Um, but it's the whole like monster of the week style logic here, though, is that except that the monster of the week is also the focus and trying to figure out how to get the Allasomorphs to follow Federation rules is a big deal. And also trying to convince Wesley Crusher to stop being an idiot. There are so many episodes where the problems could have been solved by saying, "Shut up, Wesley," more often. Anyways, though, it was actually kind of interesting though, because Wesley trying to talk with Salia actually did provide some sort of a method to investigate how members of this race think, even if it was something that makes okay. They could have had someone else talking to her that didn't go completely off the deep end with it, because seriously, kissing a foreign dignitary, no, bad Wesley. Anyways, though, that actually was like how deep the plot-induced drama went, though, because the plot-induced drama was the entire interesting part of the episode. Like, you have Anya get into a fight with ship security. Yes, the Worf effect, because Anya got PO'd and decided to beat up Worf. Yeah, that happened. Although they did, however, have Anya be like, you know what? I like you. You're a good fighter. After beating up Worf. Okay. Still though, in terms of very, very creepy races, these guys are actually up there because of the fact that they aren't humanoids. We don't know what their civilization is actually like. Even in this episode, having an entire episode devoted to seeing them, we have never seen what their homeworld is like. Because the one glimpse we get of it is the fact that when Salia actually reverts to her true form as part of beaming down to her homeworld, it's that glowing white blob. What? This isn't a humanoid race. What is their planet like? Well, there is actually something we do know. It's said to be a tidally locked world with a severely different day side and night side, and the Allasomorphs live on both sides, the day side and the night side. Huh? Yeah, and this one, the day side is not so hot that it's unlivable, and the night side is not so cold it's unlivable. It has a relatively even balance, despite one being permanently day and the other permanently night. That's interesting. And seemingly the source of the cultural divide with the Allasomorphs is because while it's a single sentient race, the ones that make their home on the day side and the ones that make their home on the night side are culturally different. And we don't actually get to figure out anything about that. They mentioned that that cultural divide exists, that it has something to do with the fact that the planet is tidally locked. It has 3 moons, and some of the Elastomorphs actually live on the moons and not the homeworld. And that's as far as we get. Very fertile ground for um, looking into it more because of the fact that TNG barely mentioned that their society exists. They went a lot into the whole like way they think and behave. That was like the focus of the episode, is trying to understand their thought processes and behavior. Their actual culture, society, and history. Nope, nope, nope. That that it gets mentioned that those things exist. There is no delving into it, which means that it's something that, as a game master, you could have a lot of fun. Because again, this is a shape shifting race who see shape shifting as a normal part of everyday life, and are, if you have them in a story, they're going to do shape shifting because shape shifting is what they do. Yes. Loads of fun you could have with that. Anyways, that's enough for this one. See you guys later.